Welcome to HLS4302 Cybersecurity Management. My name is Dr. Galliano. This course provides an overview of cybersecurity and how we can best respond to cyber terrorism and cyber crime. Some of the things you're going to learn in this course include how to implement cybersecurity awareness into all levels of disaster management. You will be exposed to things like cybersecurity awareness, cyber infrastructure impact awareness, communication, deterrence, response, and recovery factors, all related to cyber infrastructure. You'll also have the opportunity to explore cyber laws, regulations, and ethics, and culminating in creating a cybersecurity strategy by evaluating threats and using risk assessments for critical infrastructure. Your prereq for this course is HLS4307, Typology of Terrorism, or an equivalent course in your specific degree plan. Our text for the course is Cybersecurity, an Introduction for Non-Technical Managers by Green, and that, of course, will be available on the Vital Source platform, which we can readily access in our classroom. Now, upon completion of the course, there are 8 things that you should be able to do. Number 1, outline principles of cyber terminology is related to Homeland Security. Number 2, discuss the holistic approach for protecting against cybersecurity incidents. Number 3, assess the impact of cyber risks on critical infrastructure protection. Number 4, evaluate major threats to cybersecurity. Number 5, create a cybersecurity employee awareness training aid. Number 6, explain the impact cyber terrorism and cybercrime have on the community. Number 7, examine compliance issues related to securing information systems and CI. And then finally, number 8, develop a cybersecurity strategy for critical infrastructure protection. Now, this course does align to the new life-paced learning plan structure, and that means that we will have the following activities in the course: discussion boards in units 1 and 5, a live lecture in units 2 and 6, lab assignments in units 3 and 7, actually just assignments in units 3 and 7, journals in units 4 and 8. And so that's kind of the layout of the course. Now, I want to talk a little bit about each of those items that I just enumerated. So you're probably already familiar with the discussion boards and journals. We've used those for many years at Columbia Southern University and perhaps even other schools you've attended. They're simply reflective writing assignments. The discussions are worth 10 points each, and the journals 5 points each. Of course, the journals are meant to be a little more interactive. The discussions are meant to be more interactive, where you'll respond and reply to other students and myself, whereas the journals are more kind of inward, and so you're basically kind of journaling or recording your thoughts and opinions and inferences and such on a particular topic area. Live lectures are synchronous opportunities for all class members to engage together. Now, notice I use the word synchronous. So that means that the desired way to approach the live lecture is that you are there when the lecture is live. If you cannot make it for some reason, then the recording will be made available after the fact. But it's really meant for you to engage with me, your professor, and your classmates. Those live lectures are worth 10% of your overall course grade, and we have 2 of those in the course. The sessions are mandatory, and they count towards your overall course grade. And as I said, if you cannot make the session, then you'll have the opportunity to review the recording, in which case you'll have to submit a short write-up of what you learned out of viewing that recording. Now, in Unit 3, you'll create your first major assignment, in which you'll create an 8-slide PowerPoint deck. And you'll basically be covering cybercrime and cyber terrorism in an overview manner. That assignment will be worth 20% of your course grade. And then in Unit 7, you'll have your culminating assignment, which will be a 4-page research paper. And you will examine a specific critical infrastructure, the associated cyber threats. You'll develop a cyber awareness plan. You'll look at legal and ethical issues, and then an overall protection strategy for what your research uncovered. And as you might expect, as a culminating assignment, that is worth 30% of your overall course grade. Now, as I reviewed these assignments, I actually became pretty excited for you. You're going to get to work on 2 important cybersecurity related assignments. You'll have the discussion posts and the journal topics. We'll have the live lectures. And all that work is going to be engaging, but the outcome is for you to demonstrate your knowledge of cybersecurity in the overall context of disaster management. And so that's how everything is kind of stitched together. So my advice is to make the most of the opportunity. You're going to be gaining valuable experience as you work your way through this course, and your prospective employers will want to know what you did while you were engaged in your studies at Columbia Southern. So make it count and produce what I call job-ready portfolio quality work. And then what you can do with that is you can showcase that work to demonstrate what you learned at Columbia Southern. And it's a very, very powerful way for you to get a point across to a prospective employer. And that is going to carry so much more weight than, a dry resume where you list the things that you were responsible for, but you don't really talk to what you actually accomplished, right? So this notion of producing work, deliverables that allow you to showcase your work is extremely powerful, and that's how I would approach the assignments. Now, this, of course, means you're going to do a fair amount of writing, and that's okay, because one of the things we have to be able to do well in this business is to communicate. And so you're practicing your ability to communicate in the workplace, and that's something that, is going to pay dividends down the road. Now, as we kind of head to the closing here, HLS4302 is formatted, as you probably determined already in this short video, like any other course you've had at Columbia Southern University. So if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. Don't hesitate. My contact information, as always, will be in the Ask the Professor forum. Now, in closing, I do want to highlight one very important point. Columbia Southern is going to verify your participation of an academically related activity at the end of the first week in the course. Now, that means that activity is the unit discussion board in Unit 1. So that has to be submitted during the first week in order for CSU to verify your course participation. Now, what happens if you don't get to it? Well, if you don't participate in the first week, then you will be institutionally dropped from the course. There's nothing that you nor I can really do about that, right? So I implore you, get your discussion posts in during the first week, and then we can move on through the course. So, having said all that, I look forward to working with each of you over the next 8 weeks. All I ask is that you give me your best effort. Take care, and we will see you in Blackboard.